Jetzt versuchen linke Eltern, das Kind von einem AfD-Politiker aus die Kita zu treiben. The Kita. A 4-year-old, right? So the Nazis are active again in Germany. It's just not us, right? I keep saying it over and over again. It's the left. The left are the Nazis. Simple as that. Because I'm pretty sure that in the beginning of Nazi Germany, when they weren't exterminating Jews, I'm pretty sure it kind of started like this. Like, well, you know, we don't want the Jewish kid at the kindergarten anymore, so we're going to petition the kindergarten to remove the Jewish kid from the kindergarten. See, that's how that kind of shit starts. That's how we get from removing the child from the kindergarten because of the father's political leaning to let's just get rid of them all, right? And let me tell you something, guys. Remember COVID? Remember how the left, and it was only the people on the left, right? It was only the people on the left, the tyrants, the Nazis, the real tyrants and Nazis. Remember how they would happily have us dead if we didn't want to get the shot and if we weren't going to wear a mask? How they would just, I mean, the left in America was advocating for people not to get a hospital visit if they weren't vaccinated, right? Jimmy Kimmel got on national television in America and said, well, if you didn't get the shot, you shouldn't be able to get treated at a hospital because you're taking the place of people that did get the shot. I mean, these people are nuts, right? So let me tell you, if there were no laws, if there were nothing restraining them, they would gladly have all the people that are on the right or are just have common sense or are a part of the AfD, they would happily have us dead. Happily. So for them to try to get the child of an AfD politician kicked out of kindergarten is basically them saying, if we had the chance, we'd gas all you motherfuckers. That's what they're saying. Now, News, again, the only channel in Germany that actually gives objective news, right? News, that's it. So I heard this on News this morning, and they were talking about it. It sounded to me like that in the end, it didn't go through. Like, so when the parents were confronted with the AfD politician in live, life, in real life, not online or not hiding behind the directors of the kindergarten, they said, well, we didn't really mean it like that and blah, blah. So apparently the kid is still able to go to the kindergarten. But I'm sorry, if I was him, I would take my kid out of that kindergarten. And I would find one that doesn't fly the rainbow flag, doesn't talk all day about Vielfalt and Ausländer. I would find one that, was more in line with my values. If I couldn't, then I'd have to, especially, if I had the money, I would hire a private nanny or something to take care of the kid. I wouldn't trust my kid with these leftists 1 second. Not 1 fucking second. I wouldn't let a leftist walk my dog because, you see, I love my dog probably more than most people love their kids, okay? And I wouldn't allow my dog to be in the company of one of these leftist maniac Nazis by themselves, ever. And see, this is why I keep saying it's time for our side to start playing their game and to start making decisions that may be a little bit hard to do, but will be better for us in the end. So what I mean with that is the people that think like this, right? Now it's possible that we have friends that are like liberals, like real liberals. I mean, like I said, I'm a liberal, you know what I mean? I believe in freedom. I believe in liberty. But these leftists, they're not liberals. They shouldn't call them liberals. They're disgracing the liberals. And we may have friends that are liberals, right? But still have common sense. They don't think that men can get pregnant, and they don't think that men can become women, and they don't want men in their daughters' locker rooms or any of that shit, right? All right, cool. They just think differently about tax policy or some shit, or maybe Ukraine or something, whatever. Fine. But the people that are like these people, that tried to get the child of an AfD politician kicked out of kindergarten. The kid is 4. Those kind of people we have to get rid of. And when I say get rid of, I mean get rid of them out of our lives. So if we've got a friend, kind of quasi-friend, the person we're only friends with because we shut the fuck up, because if we start talking, then they'll get offended. If we start telling them the truth and telling them how it really is, they'll get angry. Those people, we just got to dump them. I'm already rid of all those people. Like I've never had any time for those people. But there's a lot of people on our side that still continue to cozy up with people like these Nazis that try to get the child of an AfD politician kicked out of a kindergarten, right? We're still like, well, but we're friends. We can drink a beer. We just have to avoid talking about politics. No, they've got to go. You've got to turn your back on these people. They're maniacal maniacs. Who the fuck does that, right? Who does that? Try to get at somebody by trying to get their kid kicked out of kindergarten. Now, again, I would remove my kid anyway, because now he knows he can't trust these fucking people. They might poison the cupcakes or some shit on somebody's birthday. I wouldn't fucking trust these people for shit. They want us dead. Remember what happened with Charlie Kirk? You know what I'm saying? Remember what happened with Donald Trump? Now, here in Germany, there's not that many guns. And I guess that's the people, the leftists here haven't gone that crazy yet. But look at what's happened in America. You know what I'm saying? The left is losing their minds. It's basically civil war in a lot of places in America, right? These people are maniacs. I'll give you an example. A regular accountant was driving through a rural area in America. I think it was last week or something I heard about this story. An accountant, just a white dude accountant, have a wife and kids. He was driving through some town and he saw a Trump sign in somebody's yard. He ran onto the yard and started ripping the sign apart. The owner of the house came out and shot a gun in the air twice to warn the guy to get the fuck off his property and stop touching his sign. The guy didn't just leave. He went to his gun and shot up the dude's whole house. He just ran back and pow, 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 and shot up dude, it's an accountant. But this leftist mind virus, this woke mind virus, has destroyed these people. It is coming here. You see it. It's coming here to Germany. You see it. Because if it wasn't, then adult people wouldn't be trying to get the kid of an AfD politician kicked out of kindergarten. If that would have been me, oh boy, that might have landed me in jail. That's why I don't have any kids, right? Because I know that if I have kids and I have to deal with shit like this, or some tranny fucking cocksucker on my daughter's bathroom at school, shit's gonna get hot. It's gonna get hot. I don't deal with that shit the same way that the people that live here do. You know what I mean? I would get myself in real trouble. And so I'm really glad that this kind of shit does not happen to me, because I would lose my fucking shit. Those parents, I would make my life's mission. I would get real creative as to how to fuck with those people so bad in a legal way, because there's a lot of ways to get under people's skin legally. And I would spend my days and nights dreaming of new ways to fuck with these people, to drive them absolutely crazy within the bounds of the law. As a matter of fact, I might fucking try to drive them so crazy that I would drive them to attack me, and that would give me free reign to defend myself, right? So I wouldn't just let this go. I don't know how this AfD politician dude's going to handle it. If I was him, I'd definitely pull my kid out of school, out of the kindergarten there. I wouldn't trust these people as far as I could throw them. I want nothing to do with any leftists. And I think that's the position our side needs to take, right? I think that's what we need to start doing. I think we start needing to excommunicate these fucking maniacs from our lives in every way possible. And everywhere we see a rainbow flag or a feel fault sign, if we have to go in there and we can choose to go and buy something at a different place or do business at a different place, I would do that. Start boycotting these places, right? Why would, if I was an AfD politician, why would I spend any money? Why would I give this kindergarten a fucking single euro? to take care of my kid when I can't trust them, and they are espousing and trying to indoctrinate my 4-year-old into a mentality that's going to end up hating me. That's crazy. These people have gone crazy, right? And I don't give a shit. I don't care what the excuses are. Well, this, well, I don't care. They cannot use common sense. And so all of the people that refuse to use common sense, or they just don't have any, we've got to boycott them. Personally, in business, in life, in school, in every single way possible. Right? In every single way possible. Because they want us dead. So why would any one of us spend any time, money, energy, or irritation on anyone that wants us dead? Right? That makes no sense. People, this shit is not going to go away unless we start fighting back. And by fighting back, I mean we have to start putting these people on the spot, right? Open our mouths, go for the confrontation. And confrontation doesn't mean physical. Confrontation also means verbal. What I mean with that is if you see somebody in a supermarket, you know what I mean? And they are rocking the pride flag, or they're talking about how great immigration is, or which doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen, but it happens, right? And they're one of these nuts. Call them out. Doesn't matter if you know them or not. Call them out. Make them look stupid. These people have to feel like they are no longer in the majority. They've never been in the majority, but they've had the feeling that they were in the majority because our side and the people on our side are too cowardly to speak against them because, well, they can use the government to punish you, and they can use, they can, go to a Meldestelle to rat you out. So fucking what? Let them go. Let them go to the fucking Meldestelle. Let the cops come. I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck. Oh, what? Oh, you're going to come to my house like in England to chastise me about something I said about some tranny online? Well, great. Come on over. You know what I mean? Because as long as it's not illegal, go fuck yourself. That's it. Our side has to grow a little bit bigger balls. We have to start taking the fight back to these people and letting them realize, hey, you are not part of the cool kids club. You guys are the losers. And now we're going to start treating you like the fucking losers you are. You see? And any one of those parents that wasn't a part of this petition at that kindergarten, right? But just knows the people that were. Those are the people I mean. You've got to be strong and say, yo, what you people did is unacceptable. You cannot fuck the life up of this kid and try to get this kid taken out of kindergarten. Try to have this kid have no friends because his father's a politician of a party you don't like. That's crazy. If I knew anybody that did something like that, that would be the end of it for me. And people are like, well, but he didn't do anything to you, so what does it matter? It doesn't matter. People that think like that have no place in my life. People who think like that are Nazi leftist scumbags. And we need to start doing the excluding, the excommunicating, and the stopping. You know what I mean? Don't let them shop at your shit. If you've got a store or business, don't do business with these fucking people. Say, no, sorry, man. Sorry. Can't do business with psychopathic Nazi motherfuckers. Too bad. Too bad. You gotta go. Go find a Vielfachland. Okay? It's time for us to stop being so wimpy. But what will my neighbors think if I say something to that person? And what will my friends think if I say something to that person? It's time to start calling these people out for the fucking Nazi scumbags they are. Because that's what they are. You know? Every time somebody calls one of us a Nazi, we know they're the Nazi. Get rid of these fuckers. It's crazy. Right? It's crazy. It's time for us to stop fucking with these people. On all possible levels. And everybody that chooses to continue to do it is just making excuses and you're part of the problem. Sorry. It is clear these people have lost all sense of reality, common sense, critical thinking, and tolerance. They've lost it. And it's not my job to find it back for them. It's not your job either. That's their fucking problem. And we've got to start letting them know they're the problem. That's the message for today, people. Let's do that. I think that's the way to go.